not know the word EMAW, but they do in Manhattan, Kansas. It means every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child is a Wildcat and loves Kansas State. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. Line gets set, first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great field. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. At the 35, he's got room. The ball pops out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And he was under so much stress on that play. You saw him trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working that left side now. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. Looking to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes his shot. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Get set, get set.
Running back searching for a hole. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires and picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that will cause for you to be a little bit conservative, but keep doing you. Put that behind. It's one mistake, Jesse. Move on.
I've always been a fan of getting that guy who fumbled it, the ball back early. You got to let that guy turn the page. They need him to make plays if they're going to win this game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot and zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Finding an escape route. Hey, that's a live ball. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
He's looking to throw it. With the catch, it's Green. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
That last completion sets them up on second down. Finds the tight end. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. They keep attacking through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. And the incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. It's complete. Touchdown, Texas! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Wisconsin delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense was the story here. J.J. Watt may be the standard, but it looks like there's another stud edge rusher there in Madison. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Looking for a crease, it's Falkinson. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it. Got room to work. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They'll run it from the gun.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the running back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Trying to take it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
Now they'll run it to the right here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Green. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Handoff from the shotgun.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He's looking to throw. Tosses it incomplete. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Longhorn quarterback doing whatever is necessary to move the chains. They have a long history of that at Texas.
Yeah, and when they're great, and when they're a team that's really back, and not we're just talking about them being back, is usually at the quarterback spot. Like finding their guy that they can build the offense around to have success at Texas.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Texas 7, Kansas State 0.
First down to start the drive after the break.
Easy.
He's going to pass. Looking deep. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. It's complete on the right side. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down, first down, first down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
The Longhorns have it in scoring position on first and goal.
Get set, get set.
Motion from the offense. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal?
Bring it.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Texas.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So it's an 80-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Kansas State, 0.
The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away.
To advance on the football.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
Here comes the Texas offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. He wants to throw. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Fast motion from the offense. Back to the air one more time. Hauls it in. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
And the Longhorns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I'll tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different. And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Just feeds the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Green. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. Fourth down now upcoming.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Georgia Southern showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend. It's a pass play. He drops back, first down. Got to play the whole field up, scrambles around, runs for a first down. New set of downs, new set of problems.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
After the misfire, now on second down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Got it.
A third and long coming up here.
Let's go.
From the gun, wants to pass. He fires a bullet to the right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Rice. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Now 55 weak.
He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Lets it fly. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
2nd and 10. 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 2 And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Slings it. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Safeties are in the back, and they have so much ground to cover. You see them. They can go sideline to sideline. Great job reading the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, and going making the big turnover.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Turning to the running game on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Fair catch, called for and made. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
He wants to throw here on second down. He's going to take off. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, just keeps firing. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quick.
And you could see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll leave it with him. Fakes his man out. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Texas 24, Kansas State.
And no chance at a return here at their own 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Offense set on first down. Looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
A great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete to the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
That's a really nice looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. He's right on target. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
They'll give it to the back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Throws to the tight end. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Lead is still in double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger.
Texas 24, Kansas State 14.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit in this one.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Jackrabbit.
They'll go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This is one of the best run defenses in the entire country. They pride themselves on being the most physical unit, and you are seeing that in this game, shutting down this running back.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll pull it down. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down.
4-2, Spider. They go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is just a play you've got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
He's going for it all. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense, like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up a bit.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. The give to the back. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field, and that's why you had a big play.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48.
6-9-1, Gators ball.
Wide out in motion. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the tackle. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. On the option. Now the pitch. Gets away from one, finds room. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
As a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The Longhorns are on the move. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Get set, get set.
He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. He'll throw on third down. They're working that left side. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 25 to Vanderbilt. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Pocket starts to collapse. It's complete to the right. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. And the Wildcats come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
He's going to run it. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The give to the back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
They want to run this quarterback. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Texas 31, Kansas State 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make it.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. Touchdown, Wildcats! Reeled it in and just made the house call. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. And it's a fumble after that huge gain.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Really need positive yards on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. They'll give it on the counter. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
He's brought down at the 41-yard line. 3rd down coming.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt.
On
This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. K-State has the ball back and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Now on second down. This is a designed run. Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
They'll throw it on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And his fifth interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Here comes the Texas offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
After a good pickup on the run, it's second down.
Come on, set.
He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Wide receiver coming across in motion. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just He's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
21.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Kansas State quick to the line.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers.
And the ball's out, and they're after it. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Quarterback will audible. Wants to fire on second down. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Got it.
This is a third and long.
Get set. Get set.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Feeling some heat. He'll try to do it himself. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out on the field because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive, and he does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right there in that nickel package now setting up fourth and long.
On fourth down, looking to pass. He fires one deep over the middle. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. The handoff as they run the counter play here. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4.
In blue. In blue.
He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Anytime you play this offense, the challenge is stopping this quarterback from running the ball. You've already seen in this game, he's been able to break off a few runs and do some nice things. That time, though, the defense had his number and tackled him for a loss.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. And the quarterback takes a knee. And here comes the offense on second down. The quarterback takes a knee. Now facing a third and long. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready, getting the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.